Well, anyone who's followed my channel for any amount of time knows that I tend to differentiate between skins a lot. I see one out there that I like, I'll try it out. Something probably minor will bug me about it, and then I'll go back to something else. Plus, there's an issue with the FM Enhanced skin at the moment where it's not using subs in games you simulate. And I've got a couple of experiments going, and that really kind of hurts a couple of them. They're more personal for my next save coming up after this one than anything else. So this is the Tang Fu skin. He is, I want to say, an Asian FM content creator. Every once in a while on his screen you will see some, I believe it's Chinese script. I could be wrong though. I know it's not Hangul. But yeah, it's a very clean skin. It's a little bit brighter than the enhanced skin. I did change the background a bit. I did change the background photos a bit. There's a, you just go into the graphics folder and change those. But I really like it. One of the reasons I like it, I'll show you in the upcoming game here in a minute. But when we last played, it was Newcastle. We lost 1-1 on penalties in the Carabao. We went to Aston Villa next, and we drew. Xerxes had a 6-minute goal. Xerxes had a 6-minute goal. Esposito had a goal in the 32nd minute, and then Danny Ings had a brace of goals, the last one in the 60th minute for the draw. We had our chances here. We just couldn't put it away. Against Inter, this was a really good game. They ended up winning 2-1. Traore had a 2nd-minute goal. There was a 52nd-minute penalty kick, but it was okay. I wasn't expecting a win. I would have been happy with a draw. They had 17 shots, 5 on target. We had 10 and 3. Their XG was 3. I think... Do I have to... Yeah, they had a woodwork hit. Bauman did okay in goal. Everyone else was just kind of meh. Esposito did not have a good game. I think, if I remember correctly, this was the game where... No, that wasn't the game. I'm thinking of something else. Clark had a really nice goal, though, so I can't be too upset about it. Against Norwich, we beat them 1-0 thanks to a Hamza Chowdhury goal in the 9th minute. This was a fairly rotated side. I mean, we played them 4 days after the Inter game. And then against West Ham, we drew with them 2-2. Pellegrini goal, Seone had a goal. And then Theate had a goal in the 11th minute for West Ham. Jones had a goal in the 32nd minute as well. One of these games, I could have sworn... I must be seeing things. We're picking up a ton of yellow cards again. I'm not quite sure why. I don't mark too tightly. I don't have tackle harder turned on. So it's just the guys being the guys, I guess you could say. So today we're going to play Porto and we're going to play Burnley. So it's a short break between West Ham and Porto, but we should have a fairly strong side. So we're going to start a Iturbe in goal. We got Guehi, Zagadou, Anderson, and Laird as the defensive back four. Seone and Chowdhury as the midfielders. Esposito and Fatou as the attack midfielders. Xerxes and Clark up top as the strikers. One of the things Tang Fu does is he uses a number in addition to the circles. So a star means they're really good at that particular position. The higher the number, the better they are, sort of thing. It's more of a guideline than a rule, really. And then, who do we have? We got Verscheren on the bench, Canales on the bench, Stockbridge is on the bench. The other thing that he does is he has the hearts here with the numbers in them to let you know what sort of condition they're in. So he's good condition, but he's yellow. So the stuff like that, we'll just leave them off. I don't know that I have... We'll take a look at them after the match here to see what changes there are that can kind of help you. So it does have an instant result button, both before game and in game. If you're like me with some of the experiments you run, that comes in quite handy. So one of the things I like about this skin is he has these statistics screens. So they're general stats. So this here is passes and completion percentage. There's general info, passing, crosses, tackling, aerial, miscellaneous stuff. Then he breaks it down into attacking, defending, and then goalkeeping. I think that's more for the passing and than anything else. But you can set it up for attacker and defender. So here at the top is Porto. Here's their formation. Here's the shot map. Here's the Porto shot map. You have where your guys are playing. This is your... I'm totally blanking on what this is off the top of my head. But you've got your match stats over here. The only thing I'm not a fan of about this is that you can't really kind of drag that down and even them out. The windows aren't adjustable, but I wouldn't want these to be adjustable. This is a nice layout for me. I like this. So The other thing I like, and I think it'll come into play later on, is that there's a tracker up here that will track highlights. So if we come back and watch the game, we're looking for a particular goal, we should be able to click the tracker, and it'll take us right to it. This here's our instant result button. This is our options button. It's the match settings button. And then all your other stuff is down here. So I'm looking for a good match. If we can do a credible job against Porto, we have a good chance of finishing third. Guehi. Back to Zagadou. The other thing I like is that the players' names are highlighted, so they stand out a little bit more. Iturbe. Esposito has it down to Xerxes. He feeds Clark. Clark with a shot. Nice save by the Porto keeper. So that's the Clark shot right there. That's our formation. We're doing well. He's supposed to be drifting a little bit wider, but he is coming in. Sayoni intercepts the ball, but it goes right back to Ziyech. Ziyech to Sergio, over to Ventina, out to Husaj. Now gets you 10. He's Albanian. Crosses in. Ziyech is there off the crossbar. Zagadou knocks it down. Iturbe clears it. Xerxes ends up with the ball. Feeds Clark. Clark's not the fastest, but he breaks outside. Crosses it in. Esposito's there, but it goes right to Kobel. Half hour in. We'll shout some encouragement at the guys. They seem to be okay with it. So as you can see, the hearts do go down. So 4-3-2, when they get to like a 2 or a 1, that's when you know you're kind of in trouble. So we go into the halftime with a draw. They've had 10 shots, 1 on target. We've had 9 and 3. That's not bad. I can live with that. The other thing that he has is on the tactics. He does have the condition where it's got the wow. That is one heck of a column right there. Okay. So the higher the number, the more the fatigue they are. So Esposito is fairly knackered. Then plus the 2 in the heart is a good indicator of that as well. We'll see how he does the first few minutes of the half, and then bring him on, or bring him off. Kobel to Papetti, back to Kobel. He launches it forward. Laird knocks it down for 2. Chowdhury back out to Laird with the overlap. Laird crosses it in. Xerxes there, and it's just wide right. You know, it's 60 minutes in. Esposito's getting a little bit tired. So we'll bring on Verscharen for him. Oh, and this is the player screen. I like the layout of this. I like that it has a lot of information here that's presented graphically. Previous versions, this is where the Chinese writing would come into play, but there's a lot of details up here that you can click on. Playing pathway, the attributes. If you do have the editor turned on, he does have the hidden, so I do my best not to click on this. Every once in a while you do, because you're trying to find something else. The attribute analysis is nice. The other thing I like is, if we go to training, you can see how his form is doing. You can see where his contract is. There was a training option down here, so individual training. You can change the individual training here, which I like, as opposed to having to click a bunch of other through a bunch of other windows. Fatuo sends it in, knocked away by Ziyech. Is Vieira going to get it before it goes out of bounds? It does. He cuts inside, gets it to Ziyech. He passes it up. Martinez comes out, rounds a Iturbe, and puts it in. I think Iturbe got a little too passive there. He came out. Let's see if we can. So Iturbe comes out, and then rather than keep going forward, he stops, and that lets Martinez come right around him. I think if he'd kept charging Martinez, Martinez would have been forced to make a play. Kickoff highlight, though. Zagadou to Anderson. Sayoni up to Clark. To Xerxes. He feeds Clark. Clark got by the defenders, and he skies over the crossbar. He's done that a couple of times. Then again, he's young. "80 minutes in." Fatuo is getting a little tired, so we are going to bring on Verone for him. Iturbe. Rolls it out to Zagadou. Zagadou brings it forward. Over to Guehi. Guehi to Xerxes. Xerxes to Chaudhuri. Chaudhuri dinks the keeper and it's in. Wow, that was nice. It's been a while since I've seen a goal like that. That was well done by Chaudhuri. Watch this. Keeper comes out. Neat as you please. Okay, with a little help from the bar, but still. Anderson brings it forward. Gets it to Clark, who heads it down to Verone. Verone loses it. Martinez back out to Medi. Medi to Sergio. To Grujic. They're offsides. That was way offsides. For Sharon to Sayoni. Sayoni just knocks it forward. Papetti to Kobel. Kobel bombs it forward. Zagadou gives the ball away to Martinez. What the heck? Off the ball. Oh my cow, did we dodge a bullet there? Holy cow. Oh, jeez, that would have been the FM job of FM jobs. Oh, I don't know what I did to stray on their good side, but wow. So we're now in second place due to beating Porto. Juve killed Wolfsburg after Schlegel got sent off. Okay. So we've got Burnley coming up in a little bit. Asian under-19s. 6-20, 3 goals. 5 goals in 3 appearances. 6'1", right-footed. Yeah, see, this is where the I'm going to say it's Chinese. Could very well be wrong. But that's where the language does come in from time to time. That's okay. He plays for Japan. Hiroshima, 17 years old. You know, we'll scout him. 14 acceleration, why wouldn't you? All right, Kopiecki. 13 pace, but 4 to 14 acceleration. He's left-footed, though. Let's scout him. So the one thing I have noticed, and I think this is endemic to the game, like as an example, if I make this tackles 1, that changes to dribbles. I think on the base skin, those don't change. I've had other skins where they don't change, but beggars can't be choosers. I'm not too worried about that sort of thing. So we have Burnley coming up in 3 days. Fun times. Hopefully the guys will not be dead by the time it reaches half. We'll find out here in a few, back in a bit. This is the landing screen for the skin. I really like this. This is a very nice layout. As you can see, we are currently in second place on 18 points. After 8 matches played, our 19 goals scored, our 3rd best. Our 11 goals allowed, our 8th best. We have 19 yellow cards, which is 3rd worst. 26,297 attendance. They're calling it 4th worst, but I mean we're literally packing Selhurst out. Xerxes leads with 12 goals and 7.59 rating. I've got 3 players with 3 assists. Joachim Anderson still has the best pass completion rating. Got a bunch of players with Players of the Match awards and a bunch of players with yellow cards. So our overall balance, we're doing well. There were takeover rumors this summer that eventually went away. We're playing Burnley. They are recently promoted. They're fighting for... they're in a relegation battle this season, but it's early. I would expect them to be in the mix of not getting relegated. And despite the fact we had a really good showing last year and we're doing really good this season so far, we're only slight favorites against Burnley. So, you know, what can you do? My midfielder slash defensive midfielder, John Okeke, who frankly probably isn't going to top out where I thought he would. I want to say he was 4-star potential. This is the one thing I remember about Scout report. Yeah, he's 3-star potential ability now. I don't remember seeing that on the screen over here. You can change some of these around. There's options to do that. Career stats, you can change that. So on and so forth. Season stats, individual training. A little bit of an issue there, but that's not huge. Yeah, why is this current ability... Okay, so there's the current ability potential ability. If we go to one of my players, it's just Chaudhuri. Yeah, it's filled out. Okay, for some reason it's not filled out because he's on loan, which at the end of the day is not a huge deal. For some reason they keep picking Baumann above Iturbe. I'm not quite sure why. So Iturbe is going in there. Kasunu is injured. So Laird will start. Pellegri's injured, so we'll get Clark up. Bring Vashern on the bench. I have to bring McCaskill up on the bench for Kasunu because Kasunu's injured. So who else do we have? We'll bring on Riedewald for Guehi. You know what? We're going to bring on Wanjo for Zagadou. And we'll put Zagadou on the bench instead of McCaskill. Anderson's at 4 stars, but he's 4-star green. Fatu, we will bring on Baena. Esposito will bring on Verscheren. Xerxes will bring on Verone. And Seone will bring on Blanco. That is what I would call a rotated side. Oh, okay. So Grigoras, you know what? McCaskill is going to come on the bench. I totally forgot about the... And Canales can come onto the bench too. That actually works out well because Canales can play the right side and left side as well in case we need him to. But for some reason his technicals are going, everything's going. Why the heck is that going down? I don't recognize any of the players Burnley has, but that's a me thing. City and United are playing each other as well. Oh look, a 4-4 freaking 2. They're not in the best form. They're coming off 3 straight losses. Cornet on the throw-in. Loses the ball, but Brownhill gets it back. Dennis goes right. Crosses it in. McNeil is there off the crossbar and in. Minute and a half into the game. 36 minutes in. Cornet on the throw-in. Gyökeres back to Cornet. Koulibaly lets the ball go by him. Cuts inside. Takes a shot. Goes high. It's starting to rain. Guys are nervous. And we go into half. 1-0 down. Come on, guys. I have faith in you. If I have faith in you, I have faith that you'll keep the ball for our team. Awioni. Oh, it's dispossessed, but the ball goes right to Koulibaly. Awioni's there. Iturbe makes a nice save. Wanjo. Up to Baena. Anderson to Blanco. Out. Oh, he tries getting it for Sharon. Ball was intercepted. Herrera to Dennis. To Brownhill. Back to Rodon. Rodon to Salai. He gets it to Brownhill. One-touch pass to Gyökeres. Out to Awani. He gets it to Brownhill. Dennis back to Awani. Headed in. Knocked away. Brownhill's going to run it down. Cornet to McNeil. McNeil back to Cornet. To Koulibaly. Takes a shot. Awani is there. Come on, guys. Oh, he was offsides. He didn't look offsides. You know, it's 60 minutes in. We're going to make a couple of changes. Laird's going to come off, and Guehi's going to come on. We're going to get Verone off and bring on Xerxes. Turbe to Wanjo. To Anderson. Over to Guehi. Back to Anderson. Up to Baena. Stockbridge. Back to Anderson. Anderson to Wanjo. Wanjo up into space for Clark. Clark has it. Crosses it in. Xerxes there, but right at Naumov. It's a nice cross by Clark. Oh, Koulibaly. Oh, good God. Are you kidding me? Wanjo had it, tried passing it to Anderson. Anderson muffed it. Koulibaly was right there. Awoniyi got the ball and he dinks at Turbe. My defenders have played like absolute crap this game. Wanjo went up for the header and absolutely muffed it. That settles it. I need to find another defensive center back I can bring on when I need to. Our attacking's been poor. Our defending's been atrocious. Oh. Herrera. Knocked down. Rorslav has it. Back to Herrera. Brownhill. To Rorslav. Roslev. Up into space. Awoniyi off the crossbar. Twice and in. Anderson back and forth with the Turbe to Koulibaly. Baina's on a 5-9, but it's late enough in the game that bringing him off isn't going to matter. Riedewald. Up to Verscharen. Back to Riedewald. Blanco. Xerxes. His pass is intercepted. Koulibaly's off, but it's too little too late. We got shut out by the bottom team in the league. What? Even with that squad, we should have won that match. Our only saving grace is that it appears... Okay, we're City United. City United we're supposed to be playing. They haven't played yet. City could go in front of us. Brighton could go in front of us. It's early enough in the season that shouldn't hurt us. I don't want to get on the FA's bad size. Chelsea won. Wanjo's no longer alone. I was happy with the playing time he's been getting late. Yeah, I tried getting him alone and no one wanted him. But he's been coming off the bench. He's happy with that. Yeah, United and City have yet to play. Man, what a couple. The draw at Porto was nice. The Chowdhury goal was great. A draw is great. If we beat Bruges and then do a good job against Inter, we're doing well. I think that's what we're going to do. We'll come back for Bruges, Brighton, and then probably Inter and Southampton. And then we'll come back for our FA Cup third round match. What's my... Zagadu's out. Yeah, this is not good. I mean, we can move Kasuno over if he were healthy. But a third defensive center back that I can bring in as either part of the rotation or be a starter sometimes, that's what we're going to need. So, Naumov had a great game. Burnley just absolutely thrashed us. The FM gods smiled on us in the Porto match, and then they laughed at us in the Burnley match. That's going to hurt for a long time to come. So, yeah, we got to get ourselves right. We're doing good. This season, we're still doing good this season, but our performances have been very, very uneven the past few weeks. So, I mean, when you think about it, you go back to the Newcastle game. We've only won one game. We've drawn 3 and lost 3. That's not good. So, in the overall scheme of things, that's not good. Some of these draws should have been wins. So, we'll get ourselves right, or, we'll be a mid-table mediocrity, and we can't have that this season. It's top 6 or else. If you did like what you've seen and heard, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more content, questions, criticisms, comments. Leave those down below. I will answer those as fast as I can. My name is FM Angelico. I thank you for watching.